Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Denver Broncos. And the Mile High air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, set, 90, Wolf. Stay in situation, let's go. Check safety, check safety. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch. Mike Fish, hit it.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Screen pass to Lindsay. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
That's their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check, crunch. Hey, lock it. He's checking.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, LA. A big play with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise, as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horse. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Hey, Delta. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Hey, here we go. Check 31. Check 31. Deuce.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
He's coming. Double up. Go. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. Shift. Watch the shift. Watch twist.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Allen, the intended receiver. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Give him 14 yards there on a Denver 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Joker. Topper. Shoot.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Blue draw, Corker. Go. Come on, 55. You. Hey, Echo. Ready.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, Haywood. Mike's 50.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And some room to maneuver. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Protein spill.
On 1st down, Locke. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run at 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Chargers' 2-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. From the 2 now. 2nd and goal.
Big stop, let's go.
To throw it is Locke. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal.
Showing it. 6-6, pull it high. Under 10. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Hard. You're out. Check. Lucky. Get it.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's now 4th and goal.
So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. 6-0 our score after 1.
Brandon McManus on for the field goal.
And McManus able to put it through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Hey, Charlie.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's bring it. Yes. Hey, seam 6. Hustle.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Buying time to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Philip Lindsay, the intended target. The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Set. 10 Tucson. General West. Go, go. Hey, 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. I got one. Look at me. Go, go. Check three. Kill. Hey, turn it out. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Herbert. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It got his man complete. A big play there for L.A. And even 50 yards. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Mike's 50. Watch the pass. Mike 50.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Broncos' 45-yard line.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. 80 weapon. Give me that ball. Defense. Bang. Watch the ship. Hey. Bravo. Ship. He's crashing. Let go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field.
That's right.
Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Here we go. Watch out. Hey, Sam off. Now.
Back to throw. Herbert. Flushed out right. Going deep here for Allen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll run here with Lindsey, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He completes this to Sutton, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Tight yard, tight yard, tight yard. Hey, check. Look, squeeze. Hey, lock it. Back. Check 13. 5.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ready, break.
55. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Ready.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Lock to throw on 2nd down. He'll find Lindsey here. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Hey. Like 50. Hey, Alpha.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Here we go. 50. Mike.
Lock to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his tight end Fant. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
You draw quarter.
Shoot.
Go.
Clock now on first down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Down. 10 Lobo. Hey, orbit.
4 down, 4 down. Check, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. Not here. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, that's good.
5.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Get it.
Now lock again. This is the tight end, Fant. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back.
Ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Sponge. No. Check 4. Out.
Fair. Hey, exit.
Check 24. Kill.
Look at me. Zipper.
A final shot before break. Herbert looking deep for Gabriel. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that.
Brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check. Switch.
Quick throw here caught by Gabriel. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check 9. Whip.
Go. Hey, high 7.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, 84 yards, and the Broncos have taken the lead. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And it's a fumble.
The conversion is no good. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
On the ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
16-yard line.
Break. 50, Mike, 50. We own it. We own it. 25, check 25, check. Greystone, travel. Smooth.
50, Mike, 50.
You're out.
I'm coming. I'm coming. Shift.
2nd and 11. Going deep here for Allen. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Got it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
Get it.
Clock now to throw. This one complete to the running back, Lindsay. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And the Denver Broncos are in for 6. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 3. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
It's a gain of 10.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Go.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the gun, Herbert. And now here is another interception. Picked off down at the 2. The intended receiver there, Allen. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Block now on 1st down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Yep. Hey, Echo. Go.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Escapes the sack. And a big loss is here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, Haywood! Now.
From the gun, it's locked. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. On the return, it's King. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Crunch. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Look at me. Go.
Crash.
You draw Corkers.
Tighten up.
Big grip.
Looking to throw. Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 64 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness. And
I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Check 31, check 35.
Another run by Lindsey. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. Here's Sam Martin now, standing just outside his own goal line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This will be fielded at the 17. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Safety's creeping. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
Ready.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Charlie.
I know he ain't got it. Mike 50, Mike 50. Check tight, check tight. Check tight. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Yo, go, go.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack.
3rd and 12.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Von Miller in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check. Hey, Sam on. Jump. Look. Squeeze.
Slam.
Now.
Banjo. 50,
Go.
53, check 53. You don't want nothing.
On 4th down, Herbert. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory.
Ready? 30 base.
55, Mike. Man, that's trash.
On 1st down, Lindsey. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And they will take a knee here.
Ready.
55. Right there, 55.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Denver, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.